Goku and the rest of the Z-Fighters bring Nappa and Vegeta back to Wayne Manor, gathering their ships as well. Bulma flies over immediately when she realizes they have some alien technology. Alfred has the unconscious Saiyans placed into one of the guest bedrooms. And once the Saiyans gain consciousness, Bruce and Goku approach them and ask, who is Frieza? Nappa and Vegeta are way too weak and injured to do anything. They are barely able to get up out of their beds to talk. Vegeta begins to tell them the truth, that Frieza is the one who enslaved them, enslaved the Saiyan race. That he destroyed their home planet, Planet Vegeta, a planet he was destined to rule, eradicating most of the Saiyans. Frieza told them that it was a meteor that hit Planet Vegeta, but Vegeta and Nappa know better. He always feared the Saiyan potential. Vegeta then says he's the greatest evil and the greatest threat to this universe, and how he's heard rumors that his base form has a power level of 500,000, and that he has transformations that push him even further beyond. Bruce and Goku look at each other before nodding, telling the injured Saiyans that they'll help them if they promise not to destroy the planet Earth once this is done. And in order to extend an olive branch to the two, Bruce Wayne gives them each half a Senzu bean, allowing them to instantly recover about half of their energy. Even with half a Senzu, they get a pretty decent Zenkai boost and are much more powerful than they were before. And Bruce, being able to sense ki so strongly, realizes how powerful they just got. And he wants to study this effect and how and why Saiyans seem to improve and get much stronger when they come back from near-death injuries. Bruce calls all the Z-Fighters into the guest room and tells them that they need to begin training immediately, that 500,000 is a power level that no one has ever heard of or seen before. So their preparation is gonna have to be something that hasn't been done before. And Bulma mentions that the plans for the 500 times gravity chamber are ready. Everyone is shocked. 500 times gravity? Is that even possible? And Bruce says yes, he's ran the simulations and the human body and Saiyan physiology can handle this. They just need to build up to it, telling the Z-Fighters that this is going to be their goal, to master 500 times gravity, something that no one has ever done before in the history of humanity. Vegeta then gets scared and realizes that his scouter was still on the table. And he tells Vegeta not to worry, he already had Bulma disable any communications going into the scouter. No one is gonna hear anything. And Vegeta's impressed. This blue-haired woman seems pretty smart and feisty. So after almost a year of training at this point, the Saiyans' power levels have exploded. Every single Saiyan's power level is gonna be in the mid-millions at this point. And Goku has been working at Kaioken to the point where a times 20 multiplier is fairly easy for him. If Goku's base power is 3 million, with a Kaioken times 20, he can go all the way up to 60 million. And with Bruce's master of ki control, he's actually able to keep up with the Saiyans in training. Unfortunately, he doesn't benefit from Zenkais the same way the Saiyans do, but he overcomes this by training 3 times more. Having recreated core and Senzus, he basically has an unlimited supply of them. So his power level is similar to that of Goku and Vegeta's in base. And he's also learned the Kaioken from Goku, as well as the Spirit Bomb. And also during this time, he's been doing genetic tests on the Saiyans, trying to figure out the source of their infinite power. And as he's sharing the results of some of these tests, he tells the Saiyans that they might be able to transform into something even without their tails. And this is when Vegeta mentions, is he talking about Super Saiyan, that legendary form his ancestors used? Bruce tells him he doesn't know, but their DNA suggests a chance at a rapid evolution. They just need to figure out the catalyst. During this time on Earth, Vegeta and Bulma end up bonding, and she gets pregnant with his child, Trunks. It is around year 763, future Trunks is about 6 months from arriving. Bruce tells Vegeta it's time to attack Frieza. The team will be himself, Nappa, Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan. Now the rest of the Z-Fighters are all way more powerful than they were in canon, but they're not nearly as strong as the team selected. Piccolo is chosen to stay behind in case they need the Dragon Balls. Bruce, with the help of Bulma and Dr. Briefs, has created a long-range communication device so that he can contact Piccolo and the team in case anything goes wrong. The Dragon Balls are gathered on the lookout just before Bruce's team leaves. The plan is simple. They're going to have Vegeta and Nappa walk them into Frieza's throne room as pseudo-prisoners and then take them by surprise. They land on Frieza's planet. Vegeta and Nappa then bring them into the palace. Vegeta approaches Frieza, who is sitting on his throne, laughing. He asks Vegeta if he found some Saiyan friends. Remember that Gohan still has his tail. Before Vegeta can power up, he senses another energy. King Cold arrives and tells Frieza to hurry up with his playthings as they have work to do. They weren't expecting King Cold to be here as well. Bruce and the others are on guard but still suppressed, waiting for Vegeta to attack. As King Cold exits, Vegeta powers up to max and launches at Frieza, blasting him into nothing, blitzing the evil Emperor so fast that he couldn't even react. The Frieza force begins attacking as the planetary alarm starts ringing. They are all cannon fodder for Bruce Wayne and his crew. Vegeta then tells them they have to take out King Cold, otherwise he'll never stop hunting them down. Cold flies back and it's too late. He can't see Frieza anywhere. All he sees is ash where the throne was. Releasing a monstrous amount of energy as he powers up, King Cold launches death beams at everyone. With their guard up, everyone is able to easily deflect or dodge these. He commands all the Frieza force to attack, temporarily overwhelming the group with sheer numbers as he goes after Gohan, the perceived weakest one. Gohan is not a pushover. He's able to hold his own against King Cold. However, King Cold is much more experienced. He begins to play mind games with the young child, trying to goad him into dropping his guard. Telling Gohan he's not going to kill him. He's going to keep him barely alive. He wants him to see what he's going to do to his father. Gohan begins to release more and more of his energy, getting angrier and angrier. King Cold then launches a powerful death beam, not at Gohan, but at Goku, whose back is turned. Now Goku would be able to deflect this on his own, however, Gohan is a young child. He's angry and he's worried about his father, so he drops his guard for a millisecond trying to help. That millisecond is all King Cold wanted. Charging up with a huge attack and hitting Gohan while his guard was down, erasing the child completely. Goku deflects the death beam before his eyes go completely blank. Vegeta, Nappa, and Bruce look on as Goku's face is still and emotionless. Bruce reports what just happened to Piccolo as he looks on in awe. Goku's power level begins to surge as he lets out an emotional cry. His hair begins to stand up as a brilliant golden aura begins to surround him. With an enraged scream, Goku transforms. He becomes a Super Saiyan. Everyone is awestruck at Goku's power. King Cold is terrified, and before he can even react, Goku is on him. Blinded by rage and fury, he begins pummeling King Cold into the ground, pushing him deeper and deeper into the planet's crust as he launches a Kamehameha straight at him, destroying both King Cold and the planet's core. The Frieza force begins immediately evacuating the planet, and Bruce goes to Goku, who has passed out from his transformation. The team retreats back to their ship and flies off as they see the planet erupt in the background. Bruce updates Piccolo as to what has happened, and everyone is saddened for Gohan. But they remember they can wish him back. That's why they gathered the Dragon Balls. Bruce gives Goku a Senzu bead and tells him what happened. Goku is upset, but Bruce reminds him that Gohan can be brought back with the Dragon Balls, and this comforts Goku. Vegeta and Nappa also try to comfort Goku in their own way, telling him that in his anger he tapped into something. He became a Super Saiyan and surpassed everyone. Bruce tells the group that the catalyst for the transformation must have been the intense emotional anguish he felt in that moment. By the time they arrive back on Earth, Gohan has already been wished back. He jumps into his father's arms and the two embrace. Now at this point, they have a few weeks until future Trunks arrives, and Goku is trying to figure out how to turn into Super Saiyan at will. He is able to learn how to transform at will, however, unfortunately, Vegeta and Nappa do not have access to the transformation just yet. Bruce and the others are training when they suddenly feel an unfamiliar energy around them. They approach it and find a purple-haired boy, a Saiyan named Trunks. Bruce and Goku begin speaking to the boy, and Trunks realizes he's actually in a different timeline because he's never heard of Bruce Wayne. He also thought that Nappa had died. He warns the group about the androids and gives Goku the heart medication, telling him that he's going to be back in 3 years to help them. With the warning of 3 years, Bruce uses this time to help Goku perfect Super Saiyan. Nappa and Vegeta unlock the form as well, and even Gohan has tapped into it once. During the 3 years of training, Bruce did try to look for Dr. Gero's lab, despite Goku telling him he wishes to fight the androids. Unfortunately, Gero was able to stay hidden from Bruce while he worked on his androids. Now the androids in this saga are gonna scale slightly higher than the fighters, despite them being much stronger than their canon counterparts. It doesn't matter how strong the fighters got, because Gero was studying them and he wanted to make sure his androids were stronger than all of them. Now let's scale the fighters so we know where everybody ranks in terms of power. Goku is the strongest here, having mastered Super Saiyan in the 3-year time skip. Vegeta and Nappa are underneath Goku, having unlocked Super Saiyan but not yet mastering the form. And Gohan is right under them, unable to unlock Super Saiyan, but he seems to have some huge hidden potential. Now for the humans, Bruce Wayne is actually the strongest human by far, being able to match the Saiyans in their base form, and he actually perfected Kaioken. He's able to use a times 50 multiplier with little to no strain. Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha are all relative to each other, pushing each other to grow constantly, and Bruce has motivated them, seeing how much stronger he is, and he's not even an alien, he's just another human like them. Now Piccolo's base is still more powerful than he was in canon, however he's not as strong as he should be because he never got to fuse with Nail, and he hasn't fused with Kami just yet. So now the day arrives when the androids are supposed to attack. Androids 19 and the robot Jiro appear in South City. And now, with everybody so powered up, how do you guys think the Android saga is gonna go? Let me know what you guys think is gonna happen in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Peace.